Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing well and staying safe and healthy during these times. This is Radhika here again, and this video is going to be about covert narcissists and their humiliation. You can call it fetish or humiliation kink, or just the basic fact that they like to be humiliated. Um, so this might seem very contradictory to what everyone says about covert narcissists, because on the surface, coverts want to maintain a very good image of themselves, a very clean image of themselves, a very put together, like they do no bad, they are like an angel, etc. But behind the scenes, actually, what happens is a covert narcissistic person since childhood has been conditioned to be this way. So maybe they grew up in families which were very uh, perfect or very well put together or very cultured, mannered, etc., where the shadow side of humanity was not accepted at all. So if you burped or if you like farted or something like that, it was like, no, you cannot do these things. Or say you got angry, or you were just rude, or like you gave it back to someone, it's like, no, this is not allowed, you cannot do this. And usually, if the punishment to that was very like harsh, like humiliating, or like if the parent really like kind of made the child feel very small in a public setting or in whatever kind of a setting, then what happens is the humiliation trains the kid to maintain this kind of a perfect image in front of the world. And these people, these kids, are the ones who grow up and ultimately they become covert narcissists, because their shadow side is very strong. The shadow of not being perfect, being lazy, not doing their work on time, just chilling, like saying bad things, like doing bad activities, etc. So all of this is so much in their shadow that they are not able to integrate it in their personal life. Or it's not like you actually have to do these things to integrate it in your personal life. It's basically the prejudice that you have towards them has to go away. Like you have to reach a point of neutrality with all of these shadow aspects, um, which the covert narcissist has repressed in themselves. But they are not at a point where they can actually reach a point of neutrality. So what happens is, they because the humiliation done to them was toxic over time, right? So on the surface of it, you might feel that this person wants to maintain a very good public image, which they do, because they have been conditioned to do that. But internally, their subconscious mind, what it wants is integration, it wants wholeness. So how do you integrate this? Through humiliation, through giving away the shame that has been put in you, through being extremely rude in public, or extremely lazy, or like not having a good public image. So what they crave inside is a part of that humiliation. And they don't crave the humiliation really, they crave the part which was humiliated. Like if they spoke like rudely to someone back, like to an aunt or an uncle or something like that. And at in their childhood, maybe they thought this is right because the aunt or the uncle is insulting me, and their spirit that time spoke up against the aunt or the uncle. But maybe the parents kind of repressed that spirit down. And the parents wanted the kid to show like a good boy or good girl image to whoever the aunt or uncle was. Then this bad or like rebellious part of them gets repressed, and so they repress it and they show this good image. But over time, what you will see is covert narcissists later in life they really seem to like the people who insult them. And if you observe a covert narcissistic person, you will find this to be true, that the only people they really are in awe of, or they really like, are the people who are extremely mean to them. So you will say this is like toxic. Obviously it is toxic, but in the covert narcissistic person's case, the toxicity is there so that they integrate this part of themselves which is being shamed, you know. So unfortunately, if you want to live with a covert narcissistic person, you have to be extremely rude, extremely mean, extremely non-giving to them. One, for your own sanity, and two, that is the only way in which they will respect you. If you give to them, if you're nice to them, if you're kind to them, they are not going to reciprocate to such kind of behavior. Such kind of behavior for them is like, I'm just going to trample over you, because that is what has been happening to them all their life because of their own toxic parenting. um, so yeah, if you observe covert narcissists very closely, you will see that the golden child that they have insults them, but the scapegoat or the other kids that they have who are not golden children actually look up to them, but they treat people inversely. So the people who treat them good, they will treat them in a bad way, and the people who treat them bad, they will treat them in a good way. So a covert narcissist's brain is wired incorrectly like that, because it's wired for toxicity, it's not wired for organic things to grow and develop. So yeah, that was this video, and I hope this helps you in some way. And as always, I wish you all a lot of love and a lot of light. Thank you. Bye.